Good morning everybody, wherever you are. This is Sunday morning in the UK, 21st of August. A slightly better morning that has been for the last couple of days. This is MVP here, and I just wanted to talk to you about the trading week we've just had. I didn't get much chance to trade. I've been pretty busy on the consulting side, but I have popped in and out for a few hours and also managed to update my scalping threads through the week. But I just wanted to give you a quick summary of what happened this week, what the winners were, what the losers were on the G8 market. The G8 currencies, the major currencies of the world, and we're going to go through that right now. Make a quick reminder, you can find me at FXCorrelator.com website, very simple website, just gives you an update of who I am, what I do, and a few things up here that you can see. Some training coming next year, hopefully, a bit of a blog where I talk about whatever interests me in the Forex market, contacts, and some free links and systems, which I think you're pretty bored with now looking at these videos, but it's all in there, all free, and some insights, bits and pieces to do with strength meters and other things really, not just strength meters, and my CV front page. And also if I could just humbly request anybody that's interested, just sign up for the mailing list. It'll let you know what's going on next year. I'm not here to sell anything to anybody. I'm not affiliated to anyone or anything. I'm pretty objective and independent. If you do follow me, you know I tell it as it is. And yeah, just join up and I can keep you up to speed with what's going to happen and whether we get that training rolling next year. Or just ask me anything else really. Always willing to help people out. Have been for many years now. I've been trading Forex since the early 2000s, probably 16 years now. So yeah, anything I can do to help other people. If I help other people, they help me. I've come across some great friends and even met some of my mentors through this journey. So it pays to help one another, and that's what I say to you as a trader, whatever part of the cycle you are in trading. It always helps to reach out and interact with other people. It's amazing what you learn, not just sitting there in a room closed away reading the odd journal. Really reach out, and it really can pay dividends. I can recommend that. What else very quickly? I'm at YouTube under FXCorrelator there. Again, all my symbol here. And again, just a few videos. I include the videos I'm showing here. There's a few others, a little bit older ones, some quite basic ones actually, but nothing much changes. I'm still using the basic FX correlator for free on here. I don't necessarily use that in some of my bespoke trading and scalping now. I've got more advanced systems, but this stuff works. It's very solid. And these days, I mean, when you go back to the early 2000s, there really wasn't much around strength meter wise. These days they're to a penny. You can get them free off most sites, but they are all not created equal, believe me. Some of the stuff which is more algorithmically complex, oh man, that can be hard work. There is nothing like having a simple strength meter to work with. You know where you're coming from with it, and that's the strength of this. It's simple, it says what it does on the tin, and yeah, I cannot recommend that enough. So yeah, go there, have a look around at some of the videos, and this one will be on there soon. Last but not least, I do post regularly at Trade to Win. Trade to Win was the first site I ever really went to start sharing my ideas back in the mid 2000s. I think about 2004 I think I registered there, and I've been doing a lot of work before that. About 2009-10 I think I started, and I started a thread there, and it's the basic ideas and strategies one there. It's on the Forex forums, and I think we're at 1.4 million views now, which is pretty hefty, believe me. You don't survive there for long at Trade to Win without a good solid content in your threads, and I'm lucky and fortunate enough to have a lot of people that help me there, so that's great. So thanks guys. 1.4 million, go there. I also created one more recently, I think this year, when I got much more into giving Forex calls, scalping calls, and that's my Forex trading view. I'm up at about 40-50,000 views, which is nothing really for me, but quite useful. I mean, and I post there every day. The other one's more generic, as I say, about strength meters. This one is much more about what's going on. Last few weeks, as probably people are aware, I've been travelling and in my consulting business, so I haven't really been getting to the screens. What was this, August the 18th? This was Thursday, I think. But I'm still trying to give comments all the time, what's been going on, where the moves are. Big spike Thursday on sterling, and just talking about what's going on. What else has been going on? Blah blah blah. Right, okay. Full swing US session, just talking. So I'm always trying to drop some comments in, and if I can, when I'm trading seriously, usually between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. of a morning when I'm at home in the office, I do scalp, and yeah, I will give whatever I can there. for that brief period that I'm trading. Okay, so that's there. I'm also at Forex Factory, pretty much duplicating these. So guys, if you're an FF fan, then you can find me there again under MVP. That's my call sign there. And again, I think it's called FXCorrelator Scalping or something. In fact, if I drop to the bottom here, I haven't got it there, I don't think. Here we go. I've just dropped down to the bottom link area. These are some of the other things I've contributed to over the years. Quite a lot of other sites and relative basket trading. That wasn't me. That's it. FXCorrelator Scalping at Forex Factory. That's going to just click through for a second. And I'm here, FXCorrelator Scalping System. I think I started back in 2010. I started there about 6-7 years ago. So yeah, here we are again. So again, very similar stuff. And I won't bore you going to this, but again, it goes through. I load a lot of stuff on there. So that's me, really. Okay, guys. So let's have a quick look at the week, shall we? So very quickly, this is a more bespoke, customized FX correlator you're looking at. What this does is it doesn't use moving averages. It basically shows the price movement from a fixed point. I can adjust the fixed point, so I can set it to a point in time. And this is Monday the 15th. I set it from midnight. And so what it does is it actually shows you the relative pip movement of each of the 8 currencies up here. Against the zero, against the start point for the week. Very useful. Sorry, it's not available for free. I may get around to it at some point, but this particular version has got huge amounts of add-ons, bells and whistles, and advanced programming on it, and I use it for scalping. So I just can't get a programmer together to do that for me at the moment and just strip it out. But it will be available next year if I do publish any advanced trading systems. People come on board on that course, they will get all this for free or part of the course. So rest assured. But I mean, basically, you start at zero at the start of the week in this particular example, and you can see where each currency has moved in the week. So it's quite interesting to tell you where the big moves were. Okay, I'm not going to spend huge amounts of time on this. I want to talk about a couple of other things as well in this video. So let's see how we start. We go this end. This is Monday. What I'm going to do is quickly tag on a couple of bars. And if you go to the right here, you'll see that's roughly pippage. Okay, so the pippage move per currency. Remember, this is not pair pippage. If you want to work out how far a currency pair has done by adding 2 of these guys up, you need to look at the differential between the two. So for example, if we go here, yeah, if we go up to here and we say that at this point in time here, for example, this is the yellow yen, yeah, so the yellow yen here, this was Tuesday. How did it compare to the dollar, the green dollar at that time? If you come down here, if you just put the dollar where it is at that point and the yen there, the differential is plus 63 minus 53, so that's about 110, 115. Very, very approximately, you will find that from the start of the week, from midnight Sunday night, the US dollar yen, the UJ, will be approximately 115 pips, because it's UJ south. Okay, do you understand? So the actual movement of those two at that point will be a bare move of about 116 pips. And if you don't believe me, so there's 115. Okay, so it was a fall in the UJ of 115 pips. Okay, and just to show that, at 6:20 on the 16th. Okay, this is UJ on a 5-minute. This is when we came in on midnight, Sunday night, 15th. This is 6:20 on the 16th. You see I've drawn a line there. Difference between those two, about 115 pips. So can you see what I mean? You see the UJ is falling. Oh, sorry, the US dollar is falling. Yen is rising from the start of the week, and therefore USD is falling, and USD is the lead, the primary pair here. So it's the primary currency. So it is the falling currency. Okay, so it sends it down, and because the yen is strengthening, it makes it even more aggressive. So that 115 pip fall is reflected in the pair chart. That's how these work. I know I know a lot of you realize that, but I just wanted to explain that again, how this works. Okay, so remember, anything above the zero there is showing how bullish a currency is. Anything below the zero, how bearish. Okay, so Monday was quite a low volatility affair. You see here, coming all the way through Asian session, early London, into the US by about here. See how tight it was? We were only really talking about a 40-50 pip spread, so that was a very low volatility day, and it's hard to make money there. It's hard to even scalping. You're going to be struggling. You're going to make your 5-10 pips. You're not going to be able to make much, guys. You need volatility in the market to make any serious money. I know you can trade and bounces off support and resistance and scrabble, but you've got to start. The market's got to diverge from the zero. It's got to expand. It's got to start putting a lot of pips on the board to give you that power and momentum to start really trading the swings. Okay, as you can see on Monday, actually red sterling was the drop. It came out eventually. It broke out around the around lunchtime, really came south, and it finally got down to the 70s. So there was a nice breach there. So you finally got a 50 pip fall there, and that's actually quite a solid fall. That's on the 5 minutes, so that was quite a regular fall. So you were selling sterling on Monday. That was the big trade of the day. If you weren't selling sterling that day, you weren't going to be making the pips. This was mainly into the US session. Okay, so that's what Monday was all about. Okay, let's have a quick look at Tuesday. Tuesday at the Asian session, the yen got big here. See, yen got big. What else did we have? US dollar was already bear here. Can you see how even in the early Asian it trundled along this kind of support line, and then wow, early Asian it started selling. And I remember commenting on this in my threads. What a sell! Look at this all the way through, and this is well into early. We were into early US morning session here, guys. And what was the total of that fall? Well, I can tell you, you're down here at the 120s, and we really started around the 1450s. So it's a 100 pip sell-off on the US dollar alone. So remember, if you're trading the USD pairs, which are very popular with me for my scalp trading, because of the lower spreads you get, wow, there is not much. I'm gonna make money on most things. Now, sterling obviously came up a bit, but it came off as well. So you weren't really trading the cable here, yeah, the GU. You weren't trading that. Why? Because they're moving in the same direction. What you were doing is buying anything up here. So the UJ was a colossal trade in the Asian session. Not so much later on, because you see yen came off here, but everything Tuesday was about selling USD. Okay, later in the day you can see things flattened a bit. You see how most things went almost into like flatline, but that was where the action was. What a tremendous day's trading on Tuesday. We also see how we've now opened up the volatility spreads. You see how now at least one currency, a couple there, only US dollar down here, but we're now up to 200 pip range. You see how we've got a 200 pip range there. If you add these together, that's more like it. That's where you want to be. You want to get a lot of energy in the market compared to Monday. Yeah, that's where we want to be. This is much better for trading. You're getting much more trending, you're getting much more action, and that's what I mean whenever I talk on my threads about volatility. That's what I mean. I need the volatility it's the fresh air, it's the air of trading, the oxygen of trading. Without that oxygen you cannot make money. Wednesday, things pretty much flattened off. You see here, I mean, compared to the excitement of Tuesday, can you see really there's not much. I mean, it's hard work, isn't it? Obviously things came in here overnight, Asian session. Yen was a bit volatile, came south, then came very much north. Yen was a great run actually through early London into the US session, so yen was a bull play there. The USD, I mean, it fought back a bit. You can see here coming back, so it was relatively bullish for most of the day, but again sold off later in the day. The real currency that's having a lot of trouble was actually the Aussie D. Aussie D had a bad Tuesday. Okay, guys, it was struggling, almost as bad as USD. Doesn't really come back at all, and then goes off even more, and it's now down to the minus 120s. So it's down in the realms of the green USD that comes back as well. So these two guys really were the dog currencies. They were the ones to be selling now for at least 2 days. And again, trying to buy stuff that's really stand above the zero. Now I know the yen came back up, so that was a very aggressive buy, especially into these two currencies I've just mentioned. But again, you know, these guys up here are holding. The Europeans, can you see the grey Swissy, the red sterling and blue euro? Europeans having a good week now. By Wednesday they are solid. There is no one near them. All right, the yen's come up, but they were the ones to be buying or staying on support lines for Wednesday. Very quickly, Thursday, what did we have? Well, It'd been quite a mixed bag week, but again, you can see the continuation. Can you see both of these guys try and push back a bit? I mean, you can see here the Aussie dollar trying to fight back through the Asian session, trying to fight back with some rallies, but again, it's no good. Coming into early London, and off it goes again, selling through the floor. USD still selling through the floor. Now these guys are both down by the end of the day, end of Thursday. They're now both down to the 150s, 150 pips off. So if you've been selling both of these currencies through the week, you're not doing bad, are you? Whether you're swing trading, whether you're scalping, stay on those as sells. And again, I would have been calling that on my thread. I wasn't trading much this week, but those two are sells. Okay. Now, I don't talk much about the turquoise NZD here. I mean, the NZD tends to correlate quite closely to the Aussie D, but it is much more volatile usually. But in this case, NZD was actually having a much better week than its brother. The Aussie D, but again, still succumbing to sells through Thursday. Bad week for the bad day for the Aussies pairs. Bad week for USD, and even the yen comes under pressure as well. So look at these Europeans. Sterling, I think there was some good news came out. I can't remember exactly what it was. Again, I'm a bit hazy on that. It's a few days back now. Obviously, some very good news. Blasted GBP up into plus 130s, 140s for the week, but still the Euro, Swissy even doing very well. Okay, the CAD's up there as well, and the CAD has chosen to remain bullish. But again, what a great week! And if you caught that spike, well, hats off to you. Trouble with spikes and things like this is, unfortunately, what tends to happen: the spike will range both ways immediately, and it will take out all the stops you've got. So you have to be a little bit suspicious if anyone tells you they got that. You'd have had to have a very wide spread both sides, almost like a straddle. But yeah, if you got it, good for you. And all you had to do is be selling the US dollar into, well, that's selling anything into that. That's such a move. Strong bull GBP for Thursday. As for Friday, and I didn't say it much this week because I think I've kind of hopefully ingrained it into you. Do you remember what I say? Whenever you get to Thursday, look at the currencies which are at the extremes of positives and minuses, because there's always a strong chance that they will retrace on the Friday from where they've got to. The reason being, if traders have had some long running trades, what they're going to do is look to close out their trades for the weekend, and obviously take their profits, and sterling was no exception. So sterling reached a peak here around the plus 140s, 150s, couple of tests here, and then it starts to reject, comes back up, rejects. This is very, very strong rejection. You see how it's bouncing and testing this 127 level, and there's a very strong rejection. I would say that's around lunchtime, about 11:20, just coming into, that's late London, early US morning trading, and whoosh, off it comes, and it sells through, and it comes right through the floor. It comes down virtually back to where it started the week. So we're talking about what, 100? Yeah, probably 100 pip fall there. Quite aggressive. Notice Swissy and Euro stay strong, but sterling certainly got sold off, and I would have been hunting for that sell-off. Believe me, that's pretty high for the week. So GBP was always going to be susceptible for weekend, coming into the weekend. USD, again, the USD had been, pretty much the weakest currency by this stage, late Thursday into early Asian Friday, and again sold off. So quite a good trade here, selling selling cable, selling GBP into USD there, coming in, and eventually, and I say eventually, the Aussie D gets down to 180s, 190, nearly 200 pips off the week, finally comes off a bit, but still not much. They're still in about a 40 pip range. So Aussie D, bad week. So that's pretty much it for the week. This is MVP signing off. Again, I'm going to be busy next week. It won't be until about September that I really get back into some serious trading again, guys. But you know where I am. Send me emails if you want. Please subscribe to my website, and just have a great week next week. Cheers, bye.